Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur here, coming at you with another great unboxing. For those of you that are new to the stream, from December 1st to December 25th, we're actually taking a present that I wrap and unwrap and give you some insight and inspiration in how it can improve the quality of your life and others around you. We're getting ready for my great big book launch that's coming out next year. 25 gifts of inspiration to improve your life and everyone else around you. So, for those of you that are new, welcome. And for those of you that are coming back, welcome back, everyone. So, I've got another gift here. You kind of hear me shaking into the microphone. And I'd like you to, if you can see this gift, I'd like you to give me a thumbs up, a like, a support, a love, a curious, whatever channel you're listening on, whether that's the Facebook, my profile page, whether it's John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur Facebook page, whether it's my LinkedIn profile page, or whether it's John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur's YouTube page, or whether it's John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur's Twitch page. All right. And then be sure, yes, why don't you, besides giving me some kind of like and love, why don't you comment below what is in this box? Okay. It's got a little bit of weight in it. Can you see that here? All right. And then I'd like you to tag your friends, your colleagues, and your associates. Okay. Yes, do that. And once you do that, you know what I want you to do? Comment what's in the box. So let's start opening the box. All right. What's in this box? You know, we only have tomorrow and then Christmas Day left. I can't believe that we've gone through 23 days of unboxing. This has been incredible. And what do I have here, ladies and gentlemen? Aha! I have a box of Pinnacle Rush golf balls. Pretty cool, right? We've all seen golf balls before, so I don't have to probably show you, but I will. There we are. As you can see the golf ball right on the screen. Okay. And so when we think about, golf balls, for example, I think the biggest challenge that a lot of people have is that, you think about golf balls when you're going to play golf. But why did I gift myself a box of golf balls? That's a great question. So, what do balls have that are synonymous in life? Well, great question. So, in life, in order to achieve your goals, sometimes you have to juggle a lot of balls, right? And sometimes, you have to get a ball rolling. Once you get a ball rolling in your life, whether it's a golf ball or a bowling ball, the ball will continue to go the rest of the way on its own, but you have to give it enough force so that it can take off on its own. So that's why I gifted myself a box of golf balls here tonight, because when we think about, you know, going toward our future, right? We need to start the ball. We need to get it rolling. It's not going to start rolling on its own. Okay. People say, well, gee, I'm just going to close my eyes and I'm going to just wish and it's going to happen. Well, so closing your eyes and thinking and doing meditations are great, but things don't just pop in like that. What they do is they get you to become laser focused on your goals and to take those inspired actions. That's what. That's really what what pretty much we're talking about. So when we think about a golf ball, right? This particular golf ball is pinnacle, and that's the highest point, as we've learned from many different dictionaries. And they say something very interesting at Pinnacle. I'm going to read what the box says. At Pinnacle, we are passionate about helping golfers of all abilities have more fun on the course by playing better golf. That's right. And we designed Pinnacle Rush golf balls to deliver extraordinary distance, and they performance test their golf balls against the competition to ensure that they offer the best ball for you. Tee one up and trust Pinnacle to help you reach your peak. We design, engineer, and manufacture all Pinnacle golf balls in Massachusetts, United States of America. All right. So, thinking about a golf ball or thinking about your goal, Maybe your goal right now is to lose weight. And you might say, John, what the heck does a ball have to do with losing weight? Well, are you going to just get off the couch and just start lifting weights immediately? Maybe not. What's it going to take you to get the balls in motion so that you can start to achieve your goals? We've said this before. Once you get a ball started, it keeps going until it hits another object, okay, or another force is acted upon it. So a lot of times a ball will be sitting there and we just expect it to move on its own. It's not going to. We need to make the choice consistently to take consistent action. When we take consistent action with a golf ball, we're going to get the golf ball in flight and we're going to get it pretty far out to hitting our target for quite a few hundred yards, maybe 200, 250, 300 yards or more. And so in life, everyone just thinks, you just close your eyes, you think about it, and bam, it's there. So that might seem like it works like that, but it's not. What you need to do is focus on what you want so that you can be attracted to what you're looking for. Gives you different types of insights, different types of things you should do, but that doesn't just happen by you thinking about it one time. So let's talk about balls in motion. All right. One of the very popular balls in motion, which you've probably seen before, is going to be one of the balls, and they have like a spiral ball. You've probably seen them like the marbles, and they go around and around and around and around and around and around and around, and they just keep going and going, and they go for a very long time until they finally get to the thin part, and then they finish up. But that ball could sometimes be going around for 5 minutes or more, depending on how well it's engineered. Also, when we take a look at the pendulum of the balls hanging, you've all probably seen the 8, 10, or 12, pendulum of balls hanging on strings. And if we're to take one ball from one side, one marble, and we pull it out and we let it go, it travels through all the other balls and it causes one ball to leave on the other end. If I take two balls and I pull them away, I let them go, then two balls hit, and it keeps going back and forth, back and forth. So what are we talking about when we think about balls and we talk about success? So, again, if we talk about a golf ball, a soccer ball, a basketball, nothing really happens with that ball until we put it into motion. And nothing's going to change that ball until another force acts upon it to either stop it or change its direction, right? And also force. Now, when we think about goals in life, let's think about a real big one. Maybe you have a goal to, I don't know, you have a goal to be better in a certain language. So, what could you do to become better in a certain language? Well, if I said to you, you need to take some consistent action, right? And if you understand just how golf works, the ball doesn't leave the tee until you put some consistent, dedicated action into it, right? It's not going to leave the tee by osmosis. So if you can understand that, then I think you'll appreciate the fact that you've got to put some work in, just like to get this ball to move. Even if it's not off the tee, even if it's just to move from here to there, I still have to push it with my fingers or my foot or something, right? If I don't do that, the ball is not going to move. Now you might say, John, well, if it's windy outside, it'll move. Yes, that's another force, right? So a force doesn't have to come from us, from human. It can come from nature and things like that. And so same thing happens again. The ball will be set in motion by a force, and it will continue to be in motion until another force acts upon it. Pretty interesting. So now, understanding this, how can we become better, let's say, at the language Italian? Well, one thing we know we need to do is we need to study Italian every day. Okay, so to get the balls in motion, We might decide that we're going to take one of these online courses, or we're going to get a program, and we're going to spend so many hours a day and be consistent at it. But one thing we've learned is that if we do something and we don't have fun at it, then we're gonna be like, oh, we got to do this again. We got to do this again. I know, like when I do weightlifting, it's so much fun because I have fun doing it, putting on music. And yes, you're going to get tired doing it, but you have fun doing it. I think this is the problem with a lot of people when they try to achieve a goal. They do something because they think it's going to be fun. But then when they realize they have to do this on a continuous basis, like, oh, I got to do this for how long? How many minutes? How many hours? How many days? How many weeks? And it becomes like a chore. If your goal seems like a chore, it's not the right goal for you. You've got to make achieving your goal fun. All right. And you got to motivate yourself. So if we think about the golf ball here for a moment, and we think about getting it from point A to point B, we know that we need a force to act upon it. So your force would be your desire, let's say, to learn another language. And so now, when you do it the first time and you have a great experience with it, you're going to want to do it again. So it's really important that when you do something the first time, that it's fun. Because if it's going to be fun, your body's like, oh, hey, I want to do that again. So a lot of people, when they go to lift weights, they're like, oh, I got to lift weights again. I hate lifting weights. Why? Because it was boring. They did it at the gym. They did it on some very hard regimen that was more than they could handle. They hired some gym trainer who was, this athlete, but is not at the same level that you're at. And so when you couldn't move and maneuver and lift weights the way they were, what did they do? They put you down. Now that's terrible. But a lot of trainers do that today. This is why people don't like trainers in some breaths, because they say, well, gee, if you want to, you want to lose weight or you want to be healthy, you got to do it this way. But they don't understand that everyone is not at the same level, just like not everyone's at the same level of learning Italian, right? So we have to build upon what we've known. And we've talked about this before. So let's say you want to lift weights, but you're not great at lifting weights. So what can you do? Well, maybe you start with something really small, and you could start with 5 pounds. It doesn't really matter. And you get the mechanics down and you have fun with it. Then you start to increase it a little bit. And then you start to, make sure you have music with it and you have fun with it. And when you can do this on a consistent, regular basis, the balls of motion towards your success are naturally going to just take flight and bring you to where you want to be. But a lot of people just think, I'll just get a box. I'll just sit the box here and the balls are just going to get to the green by themselves. They're not. And maybe you got frustrated one time because you hired this trainer. They did a terrible job with you. And you're like, oh, there's nothing I could do. Start small. Or maybe you went to somebody and they gave you this very small workout routine, but it was too small and you didn't have fun with it. And that's the whole point. It's consistency, but it's having fun. So you can have fun by doing it with other people. You can put music into it. Definitely wireless headphones are a great asset because you don't have to be tethered or tied to anything. So that's great other than wireless. And I think if you can appreciate these types of things, the potential for your success is going to be unlimited. Now, I know this might sound a little bit challenging, and not to lie to you, it's not like you're just going to open a box and wail, you're going to hit your success. It doesn't work like that. So everything in life starts out kind of on a low curve, and then it builds itself up. And then you gradually get better at something, and then you might increase the weight, you might increase the duration, or increase the number of reps or the number of sets, etc., right? So these are the things you do, but you have to first get used to the mechanics, and you have to get involved with it enough that the momentum or the balls are rolling in your mind enough so that you want to do this. If you're just doing this, say, hey, I want to lose weight, but you're not having fun at it, you're going to give up in a week or two. Or not, or sooner, because whatever reason, you're going to feel so taken back that you're not achieving your goal. But maybe your first goal isn't to lose weight. Your first goal is to get competent with the weights and to do the routine properly. See, that's your first goal. Your first goal is not to lose weight, but to learn how to lift the weights properly. Are you bringing them close to your body? And people have asked me, John, can we do weight trainings? And I haven't thought about that, but we may do that down the road. We might give you some inspiration on how to do weight trainings and do them really simple for you. But it's more than just doing an activity. It's having fun with the activity so that when you keep doing the activity over and over again, you're not looking for results tomorrow because you're having so much fun doing the activity that you're not caring if there's results tomorrow. And then you keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. It's like, oh, wow, I'm starting to get results. Let's keep doing this. And habits happen in your life when they become easy and when also they're fun. So when something is fun or easy in your life, you want to do more of it, right? If you were to go on a ride in the amusement park and you had a blast on the Tilt-A-Whirl, okay, or the Scrambler, would you want to go on again? Absolutely, right? But let's say you've never went on the Tilt-A-Whirl or you never went on a roller coaster before, and you're on the fence to whether you even want to get on the roller coaster. But finally, you push yourself to get on, and you start to appreciate that adrenaline rush, that dopamine going to your brain. You see, that's why habits become effective and addictive because they release dopamine in our brain. And when that happens, it's a natural high to our body. So we have additional adrenaline so that we can do the lifts and we can do all this stuff and we have greater energy and we're going to burn more of our calories. But don't do it in the beginning to say, hey, I want to burn 500 calories the first time. No, have fun. And when you have fun with something, then it'll start to become a habit. Once it starts to become a habit, increase it. Make sure it's still fun for you. As long as it's fun, keep adding to it little by little. And you're going to start to realize that your muscles are building, your body is changing slowly, but you're starting to feel healthier. And I think a lot of people out there, they spend a fortune hiring these trainers, some that come to your house, some that you go to their place. And they get people so psyched out and they say you got to spend an hour or two and they go through all these complicated routines. But the truth of the matter is you don't need that many routines. Okay. They make weight loss complicated when all you need to do is do a certain set of exercises, which has been proven time and time again by some of the world known athletes that do lifting and training. You don't need to do 25 exercises a day. Okay. You can do 2, 3, or 4 and do several reps. Maybe you're going to do 12 reps. You're going to do actually 4 sets of 12 reps. Okay. And that seems really easy. But the key, ladies and gentlemen, is to have fun in your life. I don't care whether this is trying to lose weight. I don't care if this is trying to sing, set a goal in a relationship, or maybe it's something in your business. If you're not dabbling or having fun, or what I like to call creatively playing, you're going to burn out. And if you burn out, you're going to be like, I can't do this. And then you're going to give up. So I don't want you to give up. I want you to become addicted to the things that you want by building these great habits. And one way to do that is understanding the balls of motion. And balls of motion that you put into play will keep going until they hit another force. All right. And your benefit is that if you deal with a ball in motion or you set a ball in motion, chances are you're going to have fun with it. And then when you have fun with it, you're going to be like, huh, I can do this. This is cool. I'm having fun doing this. I'm actually getting healthy. And so when you start to have little expectations about what's going to happen, I always have said this before, under promise, over deliver. So give yourself a smaller expectation and you're probably going to do much better, right? Don't drive yourself crazy that you have to go lift, 100 pounds of weights. Don't do that to yourself. Be kind to yourself and let yourself have fun. When you do this, ladies and gentlemen, the balls of motion that you set in place are naturally going to have this perpetuality to keep going, so that when you finished and it's time to do it again, it's like, oh yeah, yeah, I'm just ready to do it. And it's going to be very easy to just do it. And when you see how easy it is to just do something, you're going to want to get on board. The hardest thing to do, ladies and gentlemen, in life is to start a habit. Okay. Because, like, oh, I got to do it a day, whether it's a simple exercise or it's a walking routine or a running routine or whatever it is, you're like, oh, I got to do this. But, if you do it for 7 days or 14 days or 30 days, whatever it is, it depends on the person. You're like, oh, I got to do it again. And it almost feels like if you don't do it the next day, you feel guilty if you don't do it. Right. And so that's a good thing, because now your body's looking for that natural high. It's like, hey, I love that feeling. Hey, we got to get back and do that again. If we do that again, oh my gosh, that was just so great for the body. See, this is what's going through your body. But most people don't give their body a chance to give them the feedback they need so they can keep going. They try it once, like, oh, it was too hard. And then they can't get the dopamine rush, and like, oh, this is stupid. I hate lifting weights. And it's not that lifting weights was stupid, it's how they went about doing it. Maybe they didn't do it the right way, the right form. Maybe there wasn't music. It wasn't fun. Maybe they tried to do a 2-hour workout routine, but all they have in their day is a couple sets of 15 minutes or 30 minutes. Work with what you have. The first time you push a ball, it might take a little extra effort. But the next time you go to push the same ball or take the same action, it's going to just roll for you so easily. And that's the magic of building habits that can improve the quality of your life and everyone else's. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been a privilege, a pleasure, and an honor to be with you tonight, December 23rd. If you got value tonight, go to youtube.com, type in my name, John space C space Morley, and the word serial entrepreneur afterwards. Click on the link below, help keep our content free for the PayPal link, and make the choice to buy my team and I a cup of coffee. We'll be so grateful with those pennies and dollars. We'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, even new staff to give you the most jaw-dropping motivational content. Remember, tonight was about the Pinnacle Rush set of golf balls, and knowing that in life, in order to get something going, it might take a little extra effort to get the ball rolling. But once you do, those balls keep moving. I hope you have a great night, and remember to share this out to everyone you know. I'll be so grateful, and I'll be back tomorrow, Christmas Eve, to give you another unwrapping and then the final on the 25th. And next year, I'll be launching my book, 25 Gifts of Inspiration to Improve the Quality of Your Life. I hope that you've been getting great insight out of these live casts, and I hope that they help you to see that you have so much more potential in your life. Let's explore that together. And next year is only going to be the beginning of that. Have a great night, everyone.